Hello again YouTube and welcome back to the Scenes Memories of Starry Sky. My name is MS.1 and last video we were searching through the old state again to see if we could find the special room that Susa was looking for. Since we apparently think that that room is at the estate, just because Takaya was there a couple of times and doing something. But after searching through all the rooms, we eventually found something else instead of what we actually were looking for. We see more about that in a bit, I think. It was this dream again. It was the last conversation I had with Takaya.
だから不機嫌なのは飯じゃなくて食わないのか食うけど
I remembered how that hamburger tasted back then. I wasn't unhappy at the time because I don't know where we were headed, nor because he had treated me like a child. I had wanted my overworked brother to take a break. He didn't have to take me out on a drive.
簡単な仕事があってな。その依頼人にお前にも会わせてみたいと思って。彼女いたんだ。今日の相手は違うって意味だ。お前にできたら教えてやる。
I wonder if that was referring to Ishihashi. If so, then that day... The moment I tried to speak, a sharp pain reached through the back of my head. What was happening? Why was I sitting in the road? Why couldn't I move? Two smashed cars lying in the road. The car I was in and an unfamiliar one. Takaya was remaining Takaya was ramming his fist into the window of the unfamiliar car. I couldn't see the person inside from here. I saw something shrined by Takaya's feet. I realized the asphalt was wet. It wasn't raining, so why? Because it's oil or the gasoline. It was wet with gasoline.
やばい。
The car was on fire. Someone had collapsed. It was Takaya.
兄貴、兄貴。何してんだよ、おい。寝てんじゃねえよ。逃げろ。
I tried to stand up, but a dull pain hit my stomach again. Again and again. I had to save Takaya. Bruh.
起きて、いつまで寝てんの？
I have a feeling you spend too much time with Misora. When I opened my eyes, I found Azusa standing over me with a foot on my stomach and an apron wrapped around her petite form. Huh? What? Azusa? My mind couldn't process information fast enough. First, why was Azusa in my room? Secondly, why was she in an apron?
寝ぼけてんの？あんたが連れてきたんじゃん。
Azusa glared at me and I gradually rose from slumber. We were in the living room of an old estate and I had been sleeping on a row of floor cushions. I get it. We wound up staying the night. Last night Azusa had slunk down onto the floor after she saw the height masks hidden behind the grandfather clock. What you would call getting weak in the knees. I had panicked, thinking she might faint at first. Now that I thought about it, Azusa had been acting rather strangely on her way from the station to the old estate. She must have been worried that the weather would take a turn for the worse, and that there might be a thunderstorm. Not only had her concern been accurate, she had pointed out and discovered the place her name was written. It was reasonable enough for her to be exceptionally shocked. Azusa had managed to stand back up quickly, but would have been unsteady on her feet without Shahia's support. The rain outside showed no sign of letting up, and the thunder kept on rumbling. Azusa clenched her eyes shut. She shivered and shivered whenever she heard the thunder. I assumed it would be impossible to take Azusa outside with us in that condition, and we felt sorry for her more than anything else. So we had decided to spend the night at her old estate. Shahia and Azusa had spent the night together in the guest room on the second floor. Meanwhile, I laid on the floor cushions in the living room. That brought us to this morning. Azusa was acting more curt than usual, not to mention stepping on my stomach.
何ジロジロ見てんの？
Well, the view reminds me of something. You seem to be doing better. I was worried.
あんたが気にすることじゃないし。
Was she angry or was she shy? Azusa shifted her foot up and down on my belly, which hurt basically.
目が覚めたんならお皿運んで働かざる者食うべからず。
A plate?
いいからとっとと起きて顔洗って台所来て。返事は？
Okay. As I washed my face in the bathroom, I remember the dream I had. The one I always had. The fragmented dream of what happened with Takaya on the day of the accident. Where was Takaya taking me? Was he taking me to the children's center? I wanted to meet someone. That was what he told me. That had to be Azusa. Thank you for the meal.
おそ松様でした。
Rice, fried eggs, and shredded cabbage, topped with mayonnaise. A Japanese-style breakfast that perfectly matched the ambience of the state. Azusa had apparently made all of it. Shaya instead insisted that she had help, but it seemed she had been in charge of getting the plates off the shelf and pouring milk into our cups. I had slept in and only brought the plates from the kitchen to the living room, so I wasn't one to talk.
卵焼き美味しかった。ふわふわで。マヨネーズを混ぜるとふわふわになるの。そうなんだ。
Even from my perspective, Azusa seemed like an experienced cook.
美味しい朝食をありがとう、あずさ。お礼とかいらない。止めてもらったお返し。借りは作らない。
By the time Shahaya had woken up this morning, Azusa had apparently already been downstairs getting breakfast ready.
それと、昨日は迷惑かけたから、二人に。迷惑だなんて。ねえ、純也。
Yeah, neither of us thought that.
料理中のあずさ、キリッとしててね。すっごく可愛かったの。
I hadn't seen Azusa while she was cooking, but she did have a slightly different air to her now than she had up to yesterday.
それにエプロン姿でしょ。ああ、もう可愛い、可愛すぎる。
Shaya also seemed unusually worked up to me.
どうして外しちゃったの？エプロン。ずっとしてればいいのに。エプロンしたまま食べないし。あと一応言っておくけど、本当はもっとちゃんとした料理できるから。冷蔵庫にこれしかなかっただけだから。
Guess it hadn't been the sort of dish Azusa would typically find acceptable. Personally, I thought all of it was delicious. The omelette really was tasty, maybe even better than Misora's. In the Mishimoto household, Dad and I could both cook in a general sense, but Misora was best at it. Shaya gazed at flustered Azusa with amusement, but her expression soon grew tense.
あずさ、少し話してもいい？昨日のこと。
Azusa's face stiffened, but only for a moment.
気持ちが落ち着かないなら、後でもいいんだけど。大丈夫。私も知りたいから。
And she heard Azusa's reply, Shaya let out a small sigh of relief.
オッケー。ちょっと待ってて。紅茶入れてくる。
できんの？包丁の持ち方も知らないのに。
Shaya must have tried to help her cook. She really didn't have to push herself.
昨日も飲んだでしょ。任せて。紅茶を入れるのは上手なんだから。
As I took a drink of a delicious black tea, I started the conversation by asking Azusa a question. You didn't remember what happened last night and just noticed something was there, right?
わかんない。
Her eyes traveled to her grandfather's cup as she held the... What? Grandfather cup? Well, whatever. As she held the tea cup in both hands. I imagined they must have both been bothered by it, so I put the grandfather clock back to its original position for the time being to hide the height marks.
部屋が真っ暗になった時、急に思ったの。柱時計の位置が違う。もっと左だって。もっと左、動かして。
You said the same thing before. Once we moved the clock, we found the remnants of that height chart. Shahaya and Luna. Luna must be you, right, Azusa?
多分そうだよね。
You and Azusa seemed to be stunned by that happening, by what was happening. Regardless, there was the unusual name Luna. Combined with the fact that she had known about the place it was marked, it was clearly difficult to consider this a coincidence.
千早は私だよね。
There was no other option, but she looked just as stumped. You don't remember?
柱時計の位置、前からあそこだったと思うけど、幼稚園くらいだよね。あの身長だと。
You did mention a long time ago that you lived here for a brief period.
そうなの？
ええ。お母様が病気で実家で静養されることになって預けられていたの。5歳ぐらいの時、1年くらいかな。お父様が仕事でお忙しい時期だったから、私はおじい様と暮らしていたみたい。
Apparently.
その頃のことほとんど覚えてなくて。
Yeah, that would make sense if she was around 4 years old. I think she said 5, but okay.
そうよ、ウサ。
Shaya sprang to her feet and headed over to the alcove adored by her stuffed animal.
預けられた私がホームシックで泣いていた時、おじい様が買ってくれたそうなの。名前はウサ。 名前は私が決めたんだって。いつかおじいさまがおっしゃってた。
Meaning Shaya herself didn't remember that. Susa's expression clearly wasn't anything positive while she gazed at the stuffed animal. She had told me yesterday that she could read me like an open book, but I felt the same went for her as well. She just didn't smile. Noticed my eyes on her, and this time glared at me. Oh, nothing. I was just wondering if you recognized that stuffed animal. That reminded me. Azusa had a rather strange reaction the first time she saw this plushie.
私は好きよ、ウサギ。あなたは？
別に昔は嫌いだったけど、今はどうでもいい。
So you mentioned before that you hate bunnies, right?
昔は嫌いだった。母親がつけた名前が嫌いだったから、ウサギも嫌いだった。
Azusa's true name, Luna, spelled with the kanji for bunny. That's why.
名前を変えられたから、今はどうでもいい。好きでも嫌いでもない。
That made sense.
ルナとウサか。何か関係があるのかな。
Who could say? We had found a lot of clues last night, if you ask me. Even if you put everything together, the heart of the matter was still a mystery. There were two things that were for certain. First, Chihaya and Luna were here a long time ago and compared their heights. Second, Chihaya had named the stuffed bunny she had gotten from her grandfather Bun. As of yet, we hadn't connected either of these two together. Why was Azusa even here in the first place?
そんなの私が知りたい。
Yeah, I bet. Is it actually plausible that both of you were living at this house at sometime? Yeah, at the same time?
どうかな。あずさが北条家にゆかりがあるなら。
北条ってスミソラの政治家一族でしょ。
Well, yeah.
そんなすごい人たちが私とゆかりとかあるわけないじゃん。
You seem to have formed more than enough of a connection to Chihaya in my opinion. But I got what she was saying.
それによほど遠縁じゃなければ私が知ってると思うな。
That would make sense. This was apparently nowhere near enough to be a lead yet. Hey, Takai, isn't this job way too difficult? I wonder if there's anyone who would know what happened back then.
そうね。お父様にも心当たりがないか聞いてみる。
Oh right, that was an option.
今夜出張から戻られるの。遅くなると思うけど。
I had to assume there was no way Hojo would know about the brief stretch of time his daughter lived here. Setting the starry sky room aside, he would probably know about Luna right off the bat.
忘れてた。卵とキャベツ勝手に使っちゃった。何か作るんじゃないの？あれ。
Come to think of it, why did you have those ingredients here? The fridge worked, but we had only used it to chill bottled drinks during renovation work.
ああ、それみそだちゃんだと思う。
Eh? Saya put her hands together and issued that apology.
お昼にお好み焼き作るんだって。先に食材を置きたいって言われて、前に家の鍵を貸したの。
I see. That's where the eggs and cabbage came from. Wait, she loaned Isora the key? Does that mean... Wouldn't that mean Isora climbed the hedges to come into the house?
やっぱりそうなるよね。
Saya's apology was starting to make more sense.
門が開けられないの忘れてて。ごめんなさい、純也。
No, it's fine. You haven't done anything wrong, Saya. I will give Isora a lecture later.
お昼って今日のこと言ってんの？なら買ってこなきゃダメじゃん。
そうね。あ、そうだ。
Saya's expression lit up, like she had a burst of inspiration.
あずさも一緒にやりましょうよ。書斎の棚卸し。
棚卸し？
おじいさまの蔵書の中でお店に出せる本がないか調べるの。本棚を居間に運ぶのに一度本を出さなきゃでしょ。そのついで。
Individual books weren't that heavy, but a full bookcase would be far too bulky to move. So when moving a bookshelf, you had to remove all of the books first. You would just create a list of a collection at that time.
見てみないとわからないけど、おじいさまの蔵書の中に星空の部屋の手がかりが見つかるかも。
星空の部屋の手がかり？
星空の部屋のこともっと調べたい。私も知りたいから。おじいさまの家とあずさにどんなつながりがあるのか。
Well, I think maybe this can be a good place to end this video at, so hope you liked it, and if you did, so leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!